So we are doing this TYBCom cost accounting chapter number. Which chapter is this? Chapter number 2, which is the material costing. Okay. So before I go to material
Hmm.
costing, I would like to enlighten you with few terms. Okay. Let's say what is reorder level. Can you tell me what is a reorder level when you're talking about materials?
No.
No. So when I talk about reorder level or the ROL, this is that place or that position when you are going to place an order. So at the reorder level, you always place an order so that you do not run out of your stock in the worst case. That means, say for example, I am at this place right now and I
Okay.
have 50 units. Okay. How many units do I have? 50 units over here. So today I will reorder another lot so that before I finish using this 50 units, I have my stock replaced.
Okay.
Okay. In other words, I'll give you a real life example. Suppose you have water in your house. Do you have water in your house, right?
Hmm.
Okay. I have water in the house, and this is the machine on which that water bottle is kept. Okay. In the
Hmm.
night, I see there is only this much water.
Hmm.
So I will order in the night so that by morning 9 a.m., the supply comes in so that
Yes.
I do not run out of the stock.
Hmm.
So one day, what happened was that I had water and the water was at this level, and in the night only it got over. And then till
Hmm.
the next time the person did not come, I was out of water.
Hmm.
So come on, tell me, what is the safe time to reorder?
Before the stock gets over.
Before the stock gets over. So the safest time to reorder is before the stock gets over. In the worst scenario, we reorder thinking about our fastest usage and thinking that the supply is not going to reach on time, so the longest supplier delay. Normally, my waterman comes at say 9 a.m. Okay, but sometimes it also happens that he comes at 5 p.m. So, what is the longest
Hmm.
supply?
Sorry.
What is the longest supply that I expect? Suppose I'm at night 9 p.m. He normally comes at
Hmm.
9 a.m. This is his normal timing. He comes at 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. But sometimes he does not come over here. He comes directly at 5 p.m. So,
Hmm.
what is his longest supply time?
I didn't.
I am
Hmm.
at 9 p.m. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
His usual delivery time is 9 a.m. and 5 a.m. 5 p.m.
Oh. Hmm.
If I order at 9 p.m., he should deliver it to me by 9 a.m. next day.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. So, thus, if I'm ordering at 9 p.m., he should deliver it to me by 9 a.m. This is the time gap between placing an order and receiving the goods.
Yes.
This is the time gap between placing an order
And receiving the goods.
and receiving the goods. This time is called the lead time. What is
Okay.
it called?
Lead time.
Lead time. But sometimes it does happen that the lead time exceeds more than expected. Sometimes it happens that he forgets to deliver at this time and he delivers over here.
Okay.
It is possible, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm? So this is sometimes
Yeah.
possible. So this is the longest supplier time.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
So when you're calculating the lead time, so what is lead time?
Hmm.
Lead.
Time gap between placing and receiving the order.
So when I say about lead time is, can you write it along with me?
Yes.
It is a time gap between placing an order and receiving the goods. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. But sometimes it also happens that the supplier does a delay.
Yes.
So there could be a supplier delay also.
Hmm.
Okay. So the supplier delay, if he does a delay, he would come again how many hours later? 8 hours later.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have two types of lead time. The first type of lead time is, first, what is the lead time? Can you tell again?
Time gap between ordering the goods and receiving the order.
Ordering and receiving. Okay. But sometimes what happens is I have a supplier delay. So do you think when I am calculating the time at which I should reorder my goods, I should add in the supplier delay?
Yes.
Okay. If I am reordering my goods, I would order it at a time wherein my stock does not get over. And keeping the worst scenario in mind, I should add the supplier delay also so that I do not run out of the stock.
Hmm.
Okay. So there are two concepts of lead time. The first concept of lead time is called the minimum lead time. So minimum lead time is the best case, we say, where you think that you are going to get the fastest delivery.
Okay.
Okay. Best case, assuming everything is going to be good and you are going to get what? Fastest delivery.
Hmm.
There is another concept which is called the maximum lead time.
Hmm.
What would this be? The maximum lead time would include the supplier delay. What will it
Hmm.
include? It will include the
The supplier delay.
supplier delay. So if this is going to include the supplier delay, so this is the worst case. So here what we assume, you have the slowest delivery. What do you assume? You have the slowest delivery. I hope you're with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. If I want to be safe, okay, so when I am doing my reorder level, what am I doing? When I'm calculating my reorder level, I always want to be safe because I do not want to run out of the stock. And I always assume that my supplier is going to do a delay in delivering the goods.
Yes.
Okay, so when I am reordering the goods, I assume that I am going to do the maximum usage. Okay, I'm going to do the maximum usage during the lead time and I am going to take the maximum lead time.
Okay.
So you have enough of stock till the stock gets over and you receive the delivery.
Mhm.
I hope you're with me.
Yes.
So with this, I arrive at the formula of reorder level. What is the formula of reorder level? You want to be the safest. What is the formula for reorder level?
I don't know.
What will you assume if you want to be the safest? From the time you order till the time you receive, you're going to do what? From the time you order the goods till the time you receive, okay, you are
Hmm.
going to do maximum usage and you
Hmm.
are going to take the maximum lead time. This is the formula for reorder level. Please tell me if you have
Okay.
any doubt. I'm pausing the video.
Hmm.
So when we're talking about EOQ, it means the economic order quantity, or I would say it is the optimal order quantity. Optimal order quantity, it means that whenever you have a company, your company should purchase each time it places an order. So whenever you're wanting to purchase anything, you are going to place your order. Yeah? Are you with me?
Yeah.
And whenever you are going to place your order, there will be a cost that would be associated with it.
Yes.
And this cost that is associated with it is called the ordering cost.
Hmm.
So when you want to place an order, your order size should neither be
Hmm.
too small and your order size should neither be too large.
Hmm.
Why? Can you tell me?
Why?
If your order size is too small, that means you're going to order more frequently.
Hmm.
If you're going to order more frequently, it means or it implies that you are going to have a high ordering cost.
Yes.
Okay. If your order cost is too large, if your order cost is too large, it means your ordering cost is less for sure. Yes, but your quantity
Hmm.
will be large.
Hmm.
If your quantity is large,
Hmm.
that means you're carrying large units.
Hmm.
And if in your warehouse your quantity of the inventory is too much, that means you will have to employ more people to load, unload, move, take care of the goods. There is chance of obsolescence, there is chance that there is loss by fire or anything, so your carrying cost increases.
Hmm.
Yeah. So your
Hmm.
target should be such that your warehouse is also utilized properly. That means your carrying cost is normal and your ordering cost is also at the mid. So your economic order quantity tells you that you should try to order that level of goods or that quantity of goods where your ordering cost is also normal and your carrying cost is also normal. Both these
Hmm.
costs, ordering cost and carrying cost, should be at its lowest.
Hmm.
Okay, are you with me?
Yes.
So the economic order quantity is the balance point, or it is that level of quantity. I am repeating, it is that level of quantity that if you order that level of quantity, your ordering cost will also be lowest because it is not that you are going to place one order in a year. Is it that?
Hmm. No.
No. So you are going to place n number of orders. So you will have to divide your total orders or your total quantity into that units where your carrying cost is not too much, not too less. So can you tell me economic order quantity is what? It is
Where your
that, yeah.
The order should not be too small or too large.
Okay, it should be in between and your carrying cost should not be too low or too high. But when
hmm.
you're finding your economic order quantity, you make certain assumptions. The assumptions are that you know that these many units will be demanded. You know the demanded units, or you know your usage. You are going to use exactly that number of units. This is your assumption that you know that throughout the year, this will be the units that I will demand, not more than that or not less than that. Okay. You also know the cost per unit and you assume that the cost per unit will not change. Also, you assume that your ordering cost per order and carrying costs per unit. Ordering cost will always be per order and carrying cost will always be per unit. We assume that that cost remains constant. Okay. Ordering cost is always what? Per order. That means per order you're going to spend that much in the ordering cost. And carrying cost will always be what? Per unit. Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay. So to know the economic order quantity, your economic order quantity, you need to know your ordering cost. First thing. Your assumption is then the ordering cost and the carrying cost remains the same. So can you tell me ordering cost will always be what? Per? Ordering cost will always be what? Per order. Yes?
Okay.
So if I want to find my ordering cost per year, what is the formula for it? Number of orders per year into cost per order. I hope you're with me. So, first thing you need to know is the ordering cost. What is the formula to find the ordering cost?
Number of orders per
Orders
year
into cost per
into cost per order.
Okay, what is the formula for ordering cost?
Number of orders per year into cost per order.
Okay, second thing you need to know is the carrying costs. What is the carrying cost? What is the meaning of the carrying cost? Meaning of carrying cost is the holding cost. What is it? Holding cost. So what comes under this? What comes under this is the storage costs, material handling costs, insurance, the cost of obsolescence or depreciation, okay, and opportunity cost. All this forms a part of the carrying cost. I hope you're with me. Okay. Third thing, your total inventory cost. When I say my total inventory cost, so what would be my total inventory cost for the year? My total inventory cost for the year would be the ordering costs plus what? Carrying cost. Are you with me? Okay. Ordering cost, how do you get? Ordering cost per order, right?
Yes.
Can you give me the formula for ordering cost per order? Ordering cost per order into what? Cost per
Cost per.
order.
It's
So,
ordering cost per year, no?
sorry, ordering cost per year into cost per order. How will you get the ordering cost per year? Your annual demand, that is in the full year, this many units are going to be demanded. Yeah, divided by order quantity. Okay, so this will give you your number of orders. How do you get your number of orders? How will you get your number of orders?
Number or annual demand upon order quantity.
Okay, so if my demand is 10,000 units and per order I'm going to order 1,000 units. So can you tell me the number of orders?
What you say?
Annual demand is 10,000 units. Okay. And every order I'm going to order 1000 units. So can you give me the ordering the number of orders? Number of orders?
So it will be 10,000 divided by 1,000.
Yeah, 10,000 divided by 1,000. So my number of
10.
orders is 10. So in a year, I would do 10 orders and the cost per order is 500. So my ordering cost per year would be 5,000. Please tell me if you have any doubts in this. I'll wait.
Wait, what did you say?
Okay. The number of units that I'm going to demand in a year is 10,000.
Hmm.
Looking to find out the ordering cost per annum.
Hmm.
Every order I'm going to order 1000 units.
Hmm.
So can you give me the number of orders?
10.
10. So if I'm looking at ordering cost, which cost I'm looking at? Ordering cost.
Ordering cost.
Ordering cost would be ordering cost per year into cost per order, or I would say it is
Yeah.
number of orders into cost per order.
Hmm.
Number of orders, how will I get?
Annual demand upon order quantity.
So this is what I said. Number of orders, I will get annual demand divided by order quantity. Are you with?
Miss, what is the formula of order cost? Is it number of orders into cost per hour, or is it
But number
ordering
of
cost
orders
per?
into cost per order. But how would you get the number of orders?
Okay.
Like this, right?
Hmm.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
The number of orders you will have to do this, right? That you will multiply
Yeah.
cost per order.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's go to the carrying cost. The
Hmm.
formula for carrying cost is average inventory. What is the formula? Average inventory into costs, carrying cost per unit. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. I hope you're with me. So total inventory
Hmm.
cost will be what? Can you please repeat for me? Total inventory cost will be what? Ordering cost.
Ordering cost plus carrying cost.
Ordering cost plus carrying cost. How do you get the ordering costs?
Number of orders into cost per order.
So this is ordering cost per annum, okay? And this
Hmm.
is carrying cost per unit. I hope you're with me.
Hmm.
So ordering cost is number of orders into cost per order. And the carrying cost would be average inventory into cost per unit. I'm sorry, this is not per unit. Into cost per unit. I hope you're with me. We are looking to find
What is cost per unit?
this is cost per unit. Carrying cost per annum. It was my mistake.
Carrying cost is per annum. Ordering cost is per annum.
Yeah, and total inventory cost for the year, na? Because you're finding per annum, so you will take all the cost per annum.
So there's nothing per unit.
No, for carrying you will here you are going to multiply with carrying cost per unit, and here you're going to multiply with the cost per order.
Okay.
Okay. Now the formula
Hmm.
for economic order quantity. This is root of 2AO divided by C. Oh my God, miss, what is it? Okay, I'm not going into the derivation of it. A is the annual demand because you do
Hmm.
not know derivative, so I cannot teach you the thing for it. O is the ordering cost per order. Ordering costs per order. And C would be what? Tell me.
Cost.
Carrying cost
Carrying cost per
per
unit. Unit?
carrying cost per unit. I hope I am clear.
Hmm.
Why do you want to order at economic order quantity? Because it is going to minimize your inventory stock. Okay? And it ignores bulk purchases so that you do not have to spend a lot on carrying.